What's good? What's good? That frickin' interview last night between Tucker Carlson and Vladimir Putin. It was wildly fascinating. And before any of you all want to say I am supporting Putin, I'm not. I'm just saying the interview was fascinating. I feel like Tucker really pushed back a little bit. It wasn't a softball interview. I don't think Putin was expecting that, which made it fun. Because I think Putin picked Tucker because Tucker's an American populist, nationalist, sort of going against the New World Order globalists. And after listening to the interview, it became apparent to me that bitter might not be the right word, but it became apparent to me that Putin has tried over the last few decades to work with the globalists, and he has not liked how they have maneuvered him and positioned him and messed with him. And so I think that's why now he's partially doing what he's doing. And he so admits that, the advancement of NATO, blah, blah, blah. I don't really want to talk about the Ukraine war and all that too much. I want to talk about the upper levels, the globalists, as we call them, and how they're doing everything they can to prevent people from waking up. So the title of this video is actually going to be Fact Checker's Gonna Fact Check, because my last video, if you go watch it, go click on it, and you'll look, there is a context box underneath the video. Why? I can only surmise it's a context box around, and there's gonna be one on this video probably too, because I'm going to just say the thing. I believe because I said the Great Reset, they put a context warning box on my last video. And they're going to put one on this one as well because I just said it. And I found that really interesting, but at the same time not, because we know that algorithmic authoritarianism is occurring. It's just surreal to experience it in real time personally. Because I'm not I have not even 300 subscribers. I get 10 views a video. So I am literally no one. But that is proof, or to me that is proof that the algorithm has been programmed to flag things, because I don't get manual reviews on my videos. No way. There's no one at YouTube who is aware of my channel. I get that. So the fact that I'm getting fact checked is proof to me that they have algorithms scanning all of the data. And it's kind of sad. It's very sad. But it further proves the point that there is something going on, that the fact checkers and the context providers who work for these global organizations, non-profit organizations, non-governmental agencies, non-governmental organizations, all in conjunction and partner with things like the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the globalists. And I have a new word that I'm going to start inserting into these conversations, because I've been looking for sort of the mechanism that drives them. I hesitate to believe in Christianity and Satan and all of that. You could say their efforts are satanic, but I don't necessarily actually believe in Satan. However, this new term I'm going to start using, occultists, because I believe that these people are driven by and powered by, to an extent, the occult. Very similar to Hitler in World War II. He was very interested in the occult and magic and powers that can be cultivated outside of material reality. Whether or not I believe that's possible or not is not the key. The key is that I believe our global leaders, a lot of them are in fact occultists. So they're not actually Christians, they're not actually Catholics, they're not actually Muslims, they're not actually Jews, they're occultists. Occult being knowledge, sort of behind the veil of reality. Just think of just black magic as a really mainstream, easy way to say it. I believe that that's actually one of the driving forces. Some of them might actually be satanic, and some of them might actually believe in their stupid religion. But I think the greater power that has collectively swept over the globe is occultism. I did a podcast with Truth in Media, Juan. He's really big on deciphering the signs and symbols. And I would encourage you to begin looking at symbolism in the media, symbolism in the news, because you will begin to see it. And once you begin to see it, you cannot unsee it. However, let's try to get back on track. I don't want to talk a whole lot about the metaphysical, esoteric stuff. I want this channel to be focused more on reality, on material reality, on philosophy, on psychology, on sociology. The metaphysics is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's so hard to prove that I don't want it to be the focal point, even though I might, sprinkle some in here and there. Material reality as it pertains to what is philosophically moral, I believe the Great Reset is the opposite of that. It is evil, just unequivocally evil. You will own nothing and be happy. We will be a renting society. You will rent everything you need when you need it. Or rather yet, you will be given everything you need. It's such a farce, and it is such an effort to control the masses. And I wish more people would understand that. I do not believe anarchism is a utopia. When I support anarchism, I'm not saying we're going to create this utopia of a world. We will create the possibility for people to create their own pockets of utopia, because utopia is subjective. They will be able to create their version of utopia, unencumbered by the state, by forces outside of nature. You still are going to have to interact with nature. You're still going to have to acquire food, water, shelter, etc. However, you will not have to participate in the matrix known as neoliberalism, statism, just fucking hell. It is just fucking hell. This timeline we're on, this moment of evolution, it has all been part of the global human evolutionary process. I believe with each iteration of major civilizations, major empires, the progression of sociology and politics and philosophy, we've always leveled up a little bit. Sure, that's ups and downs, but the overall cycle, a linear regression, it's running upwards. And so this current iteration of empire and civilization is showing us that while democracy and the concept of a constitutional republic is better than a feudal system, it is still not as good as collaboration and cooperation among free and sovereign citizens, which is what anarchism is. And I do believe that once we come out of this cycle, that will be the major lesson we will have learned globally, collectively. And I believe we're going to see a lot of other countries move in that direction as well, while retaining bits and pieces of their culture. Because culture, at this point in time, while we are still a stage zero civilization, we're not interstellar, culture is what makes interacting with others beautiful. Like, Morocco has just came to my mind, because I want to go to Morocco and I want to see the architecture and the colors and eat the food. I also want to go to Egypt and South America. I want to travel. I want to see other cultures. I want to interact with other people, because I think that's beautiful. That is them experiencing their reality. And anarchism is what enables people to seek their fullest authentic self. If you've made it this far through the video, thank you very much. I don't have a wrapping up point, so I'll just wrap up with down with the globalists.